If you need a camera to make better YouTube videos, but you don't want a lot of camera drama and you don't want to break the bank, this video is for you. I've been on the hunt for the perfect camera for shooting YouTube videos for this channel, and I'm going to show you the magic features that make me think that this camera is the one. This new camera I got is the Canon M50. Now, I don't know what the M stands for or what the 50 means, but this is a mirrorless camera and it shoots both photos and video. Just be sure you don't confuse the Canon M50 with an M16 or M80s, and whatever you do, don't confuse the M50 with Eminem, who does happen to be turning 50 this year. Right now, I want to walk you through those things that I was looking for, because I think those might be things that you're looking for in a camera too. Right off the bat, let's talk about price. Even though I was buying this camera for my business with earnings from my business, that doesn't mean that I had an unlimited budget. I need something that shoots really nice video and captures really good audio and that isn't ultra expensive. My budget here was $700 to $800. This Canon M50 was on Amazon and came with a whole bag full of accessories like a mic, a hand grip, a light, even a carrying case for just a little over $600. If you're looking for a great camera under $1,000, this one fits the bill. The second thing that was important to me is that I need a camera that's easy to use right out of the box. And on this item, I'd give the Canon M50 a slight thumbs up. I shot a few sample clips with the camera right out of the box to send to a friend just to see how it worked. And I had mixed success. At first, the camera was shooting everything in slow motion. And then it was shooting without audio. So I watched a couple YouTubes and quickly found out what I was doing wrong. Since then, everything's been pretty easy. If you end up getting this camera, I'd allow about 30 minutes or so of playtime and YouTubing and things like that to get it performing the way that you want. The third feature on my list was this screen right here. Since I usually film all my videos myself, I need a screen that I can flip around and look at as I'm recording. Seems pretty obvious that video creators would need this, but would you believe that not every camera has this feature? Also, this screen right here is a touch screen, which I can't even describe to you how much easier it makes to use this camera. Nice cameras in general have to pack in a lot of controls and options for the user, but there's only so many places that you can physically put buttons on a camera. So being able to scroll through menus with my finger on the touchscreen is fantastic. I love it. The next feature is something that I didn't even realize how much I would love until I started using it. And now it's honestly one of my favorite things about the Canon M50. And the feature I'm talking about is being able to control the camera remotely from the Canon app. Now, if you're a GoPro user, this is nothing new to you, because GoPro has a really cool app that lets you control the camera from your phone. But for a more meaty camera like the Canon M50, this is a really great feature. Again, especially if you're filming by yourself. And from the app itself, you can start recording, you can take still photos, you can instantly play back your videos, or download your images. And you can control all of the camera settings from the app as well. The fifth thing that I absolutely needed in a new camera, and you do too, is this right here. This is an audio input. You have to have the best audio you can, because if not, people are just looking for a reason to click away, and the audio, if it's not good, will drive them away. And unfortunately, that's happened to me. I've posted plenty of videos with bad audio, and those videos have not done well. And you'd think that having an audio input would be a given on any decent camera. But dear viewer, can I tell you, it's not. I usually run this camera with this Rode shotgun mic, but we also have a set of wireless lavalier mics from Alvoxcon that I'll link in the description of this video. Please, please, please learn from my mistake. If you're about to buy a camera and it doesn't have an audio input, you need to pick a different camera. You need a camera with an audio input. The next one, and this is going to veer wildly into the geeky, but stay with me because it's worth it. If your camera isn't good with this one thing, it's going to be really hard to get consistently good video. And the next thing that I really needed, that I needed to be sure that this camera had, was easy to use white balance settings. White balance, in case you don't know, is basically how your camera reacts to light so that the colors are accurate. More specifically, so that white actually looks white. If your white balance is off, you can run into all sorts of problems, like your video either looking too warm and buttery or too cold and washed out. A lot of cameras have an auto white balance mode that will take care of you in 90% of the cases, and the Canon is no exception. But what I found really helpful is that the Canon has several preset white balance functions that I can scroll through easily either on the camera or on the app to make sure that I'm getting the exact look that I'm going for. And the next feature is one that I'm really not using much yet, but it will be fun to try as I shoot more, especially for capturing still images to share on social media. And that function is creative filters already built into the camera. Now, these creative filters are for still photos only, not for video. But you can think about these filters as similar to the filters that are built into your phone or into Instagram. So on the camera, you click on the filter and it will shoot in that mode. Here are a few pictures that I took using the filters built into this phone. First up is grainy black and white. Next is soft focus, then water painting, then toy camera, and then miniature effect. Now, I mentioned earlier that I had to get rid of the Sony camera that I've been using to make videos for this channel, but that's not entirely true. You see, the Sony a6000 that I just sold on eBay, to me was so finicky and so not user-friendly that I often just ended up using my phone to make videos or using our Mevo Start live streaming camera as a webcam. The thing that made the Mevo Start really handy is that there's almost no setup involved and it shoots really crisp video. So getting back to the Sony, even though there's plenty that it can do, it was just kind of collecting dust because I found myself using it less and less often. So what's the bottom line on the Canon M50? Well, if you care about these things, price, ease of use, flip out touchscreen, audio input, remote control, audio white balance, and preset filters, not to mention this is a lightweight little deal, then I can't say enough good things about the Canon M50. Everything we've talked about in this video is linked up in the description, so go check out the fun gear that we use. All of which is great for beginners, by the way. And to keep digging on cameras and all things video and YouTube, click one of the videos on your screen right now.